Hello, everybody. I'm Unstable Matt, and we're here with former Off the Script podcast guest JJ Daniels at Eastern Enigma. How are you doing, JJ?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good right now. All right, so JJ wants to come on the set and talk about how he's been doing since our Off the Script podcast episode. So yeah, first question. How have you doing so far?
In what meaning do you mean that?
In like
Like, just in general?
in pro wrestling?
Honestly, everybody has been sleeping on me, but yesterday I cashed my ticket to XWE Brick in the Bank and just really going around the indie community along with a few bigger feds like BPW and just trying to get my name out there. And right now it's worked relatively well.
Hmm. And so yeah, you're trying to get your name out there.
Yeah, it's working pretty well, but I'm really not trying to get my name out there for myself. It's more for my Fed and everyone there. Because the bigger I can get my own name, the bigger I can get my Fed in general.
Hmm. And next question. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Uh,
I'm a mint chocolate guy.
I had a feeling you were.
Yeah.
Cookie. Chocolate chip cookie.
Cookie. That's a good flavor. All right. My next question is what are your future plans for your Fed FPW?
Following the Royal Rumble, I take my roster to the Banana Key Center, home of, I believe, some hockey leagues champions. And we take it there for the pay-per-view just before FPW WrestleMania,
Hmm.
which would really, I'm hoping on at least 40 people, which I feel like we will get there, but Banana Key Center owner is predicting off of prior events that's been held there around 70 people, which would be huge. But following that, I'm really hoping to get my own superstars out there.
I think you
People
guys
like
can get better than
Talia,
7 people.
70,
Oh, 70. Oh, that would be good.
but I've got the Royal Rumble this coming Friday, featuring a 30-man Royal Rumble as usual, and a very stacked match
A stacked card.
that I personally believe that it would be an incredible show and a killer arena, GM Grant.
So, so speaking of FPW, how have you been feeling about it? Like its growth and success, it's been going pretty good. And so, how you feel?
Honestly, I did not expect much from it, but thanks to some key people in Mr. Poopy and Jackson Michaels and a whole bunch of other people, my entire roster in general, I have grown it to something I didn't think it would get to. Originally, I thought that I made this as a joke, but then we started growing, started getting a roster, and it's really gone from what I thought it would be, some very slow moving Fed, to a Fed that I can really say has been able to help the community around it in more than one way. I support a bunch of Feds,
Hmm.
but if I shout out my FPW to one of them, most time my roster will head over there if they need help. A perfect example is Scout Rollins OCW with War Games, their latest paper. They were at 10 people, and once I pinged FPW, we got them up to 20 and 30. in
Mm.
a matter of minutes. I love my roster, and I'm very impressed in what they've been able to do and what they've been able to accomplish. Not just them, but all my staff as well.
Mm. So that's pretty good to hear. All right. My next question is, how do you what are your tips for future Fed owners out there that want to start a Fed?
Keep your OGs with you. Make sure that your roster is happy, but do not give out opportunities like that. Make sure that everybody knows they have to earn. And keep your Fed consistent. A break every now and then is fine, but you cannot be taking multiple breaks, calling off multiple shows at a time. I understand that I've done it this past week.
All right. So what are your what are your future plans for your career in general? Your wrestling career.
It's I hope that I can win the tag titles in XWE. That would be incredible. And pretty soon I plan on making a return to the land of hardcore OCW, along with expanding my career towards locations like BPW and SCW, which I'm already in talk about that.
All right. So
I would like to address one thing though.
go for it.
If this is towards my roster and anybody who wants to come to my roster, those of you who beg for matches and things like that, it does not help you at all. It it tells me that you're desperate for something. I really want all of the people in my roster to succeed, but not just that. I want y'all to put a good name on my federation, please. Don't go around saying that we're better than others. Please don't. Because where does that put me? That puts me down as I can't control my roster. I can't control my roster. Now that gives my Fed a bad name. That makes people not want to come. I get that. Don't go diss a minor Fed saying FPW's better. But along with that, stay in character and make sure that you do not diss other people during the show. Don't be toxic. That's one thing that I can't stand. Whenever
Yeah.
you're begging for matches, the toxicity is off the charts. And this is towards people like Worldsy.
Oh yeah.
With Worldsy, he will beg for a match, which if you've got to go, I'll do what I can, but don't spam my whispers mid-match. That's one thing. I will not book you. I will leave you unbooked, even if you don't leave. If you beg for a match, if you beg for a title match, I'm not booking you at all. Don't expect to be booked.
Oh yeah.
In fact, if you continue to go on with it, I will either mute you or kick you or both.
Yeah, back when I owned CPW and CW, I had to deal with that a lot. Like people just begging for matches and all that kind of stuff. It gets annoying. Like it kills the environment of the show. Yeah. All right. What what are your what are your tips for aspiring pro wrestlers who want to get their name out there and become a big star?
Keep with it. If things get bad, just keep going with it. A perfect example, I won a loyalty award at ECCW before it ended because no matter how many losses I took, I stayed loyal to the Fed. The best way that you can get your name out there is via loyalty. No matter how many losses you take, you stay loyal. And one name that I can definitely say is one of those names, especially for my Fed, but also many others, is Ethan Power. I know that you know him,
Oh yeah, I got him
but
into wrestling.
he's an incredible guy. He may take a loss every now and then, but he always bounces back and he never quits.
Oh yeah.
And if you can be like that, if you can keep that mentality, you'll get places. I'm not very big and I'm not one to talk about it, but it's one way that you can really get your name out there and really make sure that people remember you. Loyalty. Keep that in mind.
All right, and what are your future? Let me think of a question. All right, one last question. What should I ask? What? Who's your favorite pro wrestler other than you?
Man, anybody other than you? That's a hard question. I'm not gonna go ahead and actually, you know what? I do know. Max Navarro. I know that he's an incredible person, not just that, but he's a longtime friend of mine. And I've talked with him today. He's incredible. That's there's really nothing else to say.
All right, well, that wraps up this interview. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and JJ, good luck in the future with FPW and all that.
Thank you. And I heard that you might be bringing back CPW. Good luck with that.
All right,
I think it could be big.
see y'all later.
Peace.